Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all already know who this is. This is Ron the fucking Don. Now today, I want to talk about the recent interview that Charlemagne Tha God, from comedian from Power 105 Breakfast Club, have his own show, Comedy Central. He is interviewed with Vice President Kamala Harris, and how she got upset because Charlemagne was actually asking her tough questions that these other news reporters are scared to ask her. Things like, why are you not coming through on the student loans? I'm saying this in paraphrase. Why are you not coming through on student loans? Why aren't you coming through on George Floyd police reform bill? Why aren't the Democrats, why aren't you, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and the Democrats aren't delivering on your promises that y'all made during the campaign? You asking tough questions like that. You know, so that is actually true. The Charlemagne, he actually, like, I was thinking about Charlemagne. He actually speaks for people from the hood, like myself and others. Like he gives that perspective. You know, why aren't the Democrats delivering through on their promises? You know, and when he asked her questions like that, like, oh, who's the president? Who's the president of Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? That's when she got upset. Don't address me like a Republican. I'm like, oh, she got upset because, so that question actually hit her. That question, it tickled her, you know? So that's the thing about these Democrats. Every time you ask them tough questions, they get upset. Similar to when Joe Biden got upset when Charlemagne was interviewing him on a Breakfast Club last year during the presidential campaign. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Like, who says I'm voting for anybody? Your job as a candidate or as a politician is to answer tough questions and to persuade the people, the audience that you on, is to persuade their job was to persuade the Charlemagne fans and the people in the part of the urban community, is to persuade us to vote for you. That's supposed to be their job, and they can't even answer questions. And then also too, Joe Biden couldn't answer a question when earlier this year when a news reporter asked him a question. I'm not sure what media outlet the news reporter was from, but he couldn't even answer that question either. It goes to show you who's running things. You know, like Joe Biden has to get prepped on what questions to answer. And it looks like Kamala Harris and Jen Psaki's running the administration. That's what it seems like. It looked like Kamala Harris be prepping Joe Biden on what questions to answer because they both reacted to the same way, to the same type of questions. You know, and Kamala Harris going to say that it's a democracy or aristocracy just because Joe Manchin voted no on the Build Back Better bill. Like, how the nerve of this bitch, the nerve of her that acts is that democracy or autocracy. When your administration are the ones that's trying to impose mandates for people to take for people to take a medicine that everybody do not want to take. You know, how is that? See, somebody just said, yo, preach on. You know, I get that acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying? So how is that? You know, so, yeah, you imposing mandates, but yet you question whether it's democracy or autocracy just because a motherfucker didn't want to vote on your little massive tax and spend agenda that's going to devalue the American dollar. And push up inflation higher than it already is now. This has been the highest inflation. Matter of fact, the inflation is the highest it's been since the 70s. 40-something years. It's the highest it's been since the 70s. what Biden needs to do is he needs to take similar measures that that Richard Nixon did back in the day with his program called Nixon Shock. You know, he untied the American dollar to gold. He untied that. He broke that connection away. So Biden needs to take similar measures. You know, even Jimmy Carter, under Jimmy Carter administration, he pushed up his administration, the Federal Reserve under his administration pushed up interest rates. That's going to happen sooner or later too, because I feel the time we living in now is a rerun of the 70s. So, but anyway, that'll be all I have for y'all today.